Thanks very much. Thanks for coming. This has been a really quite a special film for us, really. It's quite a simple film that we thought would a few people would see, and it seems to have struck a chord, and it's been an extraordinary response. It began when Paul Laverty, the writer, and he lives in Scotland and I live in England, and we exchange messages all the time about important things like gossip and football scores and bits of politics. And we found we were exchanging stories more and more about the way people were treated when they weren't working, when they were disabled, when they were sick, when they were told they were fit for work when plainly they weren't. We exchanged more and more stories about the rise of food banks, and what seemed to us to be happening was that people who were in real need were treated with a conscious cruelty that was really extraordinary. So we thought we'd do some research, and we first went to my hometown, the one Tara mentioned, to Nuneaton, which is a little industrial town in the Midlands. And the first person we met was a young man of 19, met him through a charity, and he lived in a room provided by a charity, paid for by his housing benefit. And he didn't claim benefits. Apart from that, he just existed on the margins with temporary work here and a bit of agency work there and so on. And he was in a room with a mattress on the floor and a fridge in the corner. And Paul said to him, he said, "Can we ask you a cheeky question?" He said, "Well, can you show us what's in the fridge?" And he opened the door, and there was nothing in the fridge. There was nothing. Not milk, not biscuits, not anything. And Paul said to him, do you ever go hungry? And he said yes. The previous week he hadn't eaten for 3 days. Now this was the first person we met, and we had so many stories after that. So many stories. So this is the film that emerged, and there are people who I think you will think are not victims, really. They're just ordinary people, absolutely typical of the people we met. So that's how it came about. And the only other thing I'd add is that because I don't want to preempt the film, and I'm not here at the end, but I do think we're at an extraordinary time politically at the moment, with the rise of the far right and the serious consequences that's going to have for everybody. And it seems to me, and forgive me, in a way I'm jumping ahead and assuming we've seen the film together, and we haven't, of course, so imagine I'm saying this afterwards. But this situation seems to me, and I don't know if you agree, that the far right are here, they're on the march. The question is, how do we respond? How do we rise to that challenge? And I think, to me, what is extraordinary is that we have a sliver of an opportunity here. Because in the first time in my political memory, in fact the first time I think in the history of the Labour Party, there's someone at the head, there's a group at the head, a small group, who actually represent the interests of working class people. The first time in the Labour Party's history. Now, they're there by a thread, and there's a good chance we know the attempts to move them out. We know what the Labour Party MPs are trying to do. And if you agree, I think we need to work with all the strength we have to have a big social movement that keeps them there, makes them stronger, and makes them more determined to go much further. Because otherwise, when you look around the political landscape, it's a very bleak picture. But we've got that sliver of hope. And my God, we've got to take it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the film. Thanks for coming.